Okay, everyone is here. Can we start? Yes, okay. So, welcome everyone. In the last few hours of the hackathon, I think that we just reached the most exciting part of the event. You know, 8 teams will pitch in the next, I think, 90 minutes, and after that we will announce the grant and the audience award winner. So, as you already know, we had 4 challenges from EPAM, Vodafone, Varian, and Wise. And now we have 8 teams who will run for the grand prize, which is not other than €3,000 provided by Google. So first of all, I just want to remind you about the voting process for the grant and the audience award winner. So before we share with you the challenge and the community winners, we would like to shortly introduce the teams. You will see the YouTube videos and you will hear the pitches. And after the last pitch is over, we will share, first of all, the Facebook events poll, where you can vote for the audience award winner, and for the grand winner, the teams will be able to vote in the Junction app. You will see a final voting or a finalist tab on the left side. There you will see the 8 teams, and you can choose one team from the 8. And the partners will get a type form, just a simple form, and they will have to do the same, just in this form. And then we will summarize these votes, and that's how we will get the grand winner of the event. And while you will vote for the grand winner, you can also vote for the audience award winner in the Hackathon's official Facebook event, where all of the teams who submitted a project that meets the requirements of the hackathon, so you uploaded the YouTube video, which is not longer than 2 minutes, and provided the GitHub repo, then you can participate in this voting, and you can take home €500. So you can just ask your neighbors, your parents, anyone who is friends with you on Facebook to vote for you. But I don't want to do it that long, so I think that we can just start with the first team, who is not other than an online team who joined us for the hackathon, and this is the community winner of the EPAM challenge. So I would like to ask the technical team to first of all play his YouTube video, and then we will just switch him on.
Anna, a single mother, has lost her job due to the pandemic. She is going through an extremely stressful period and is searching for a job. Knowledge. The matchmaking was powered by clustering the skills using AI. She also re-educates herself by exploring the different articles which are written by professionals, which she can mark favorite or rate. She can also look into the specific employment schemes. She can access the educational content via video channels, podcasts, or gain in-person assistance skills by watching VR channels. Anna has now grown confident. She has got the perfect mentorship and re-education and found a developer role at EPAM. Anna is now contented. She is leading a more relaxed and comfortable life.
Okay. And then welcome Bipul on the Hopin stage. He's here with us, but through Hopin.
Hello.
Hey, we cannot
Yes,
see
can
you
you
yet,
hear me?
but
Am I audible?
you
Hello.
are live, so you can start your
Yes,
pitch if you want.
yes. Am I audible? And is my screen visible?
We can see your presentation, but not you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah. Actually, I'm on mobile network, so my internet connectivity is a little weak. So I'll start with my introduction. Hi there. My name is Bipul Vatam, and I am an undergraduate student from India. So you can just see uh, I have made a platform. It's called Job Pursuit, and it says you can find your dream job if you use it. So what is it all about? We'll just quickly see. So uh, we all know that unemployment has soared, especially during the pandemic. A lot has changed during the pandemic, and a lot more will change post the pandemic. Uh, we all will agree on this point that the nature of the job market has changed significantly. Uh, like for example, work from home is the new normal. There is more use of digital devices and technology, and there is less people to people interaction. Many people are looking for a job, but many of them don't have access to premier mentors who can guide them. And there is also a lack of intelligent systems which can help them to find jobs that match their skills. So for that, I have made a platform. It's a web app. You can see my screen. You know, it would be visible on the screen. So it's a web app. It's made. It's at the moment is powered by React and Firebase. So the platform has so many different USPs, the unique selling points. So I'll start with the USPs. The first one is that the mentee can find out the potential jobs. So here, basically, the mentee can he can either upload his or her resume, or he can just write his or her skill sets, and then with the help of AI will basically extract and pass the skills, and then with the help of recurrent neural network we'll predict the job roles. We'll be also using LinkedIn, Zing, Indeed APIs, and we'll also scrape the data from the other sources. So it would look something like this. You type the roles, the skill sets, and you get the jobs done. This is powered by RNN, or this can be done using LSTM. That is long short term memory, that method. So this was the first USP. The second USP is that uh, I'll just log in first. So because other USPs require you to log in. Okay, so the second USP, let me come on to that. So the mentees can have can find reliable mentors, and they can have one-to-one conversation with them, right? And then the mentor can actually, uh, you know, just tell them about the job market, the job trends, and all those things. So it will just come up here like this, and the mentee can be helped. The third USP, coming to the third USP, so the mentee can also re-educate uh, himself or herself by reading different articles which are written by professionals. So recommended for you section is there, right? And then there is a top of the article, top article of the week, and the mentee can also mark favorite, rate it, resume reading. So it also has all these tags, and author, everyone is shown. So everything is shown. The mentee can just uh, rate it as well. So this was the third USP. And the fourth USP, coming to that, is that he or she can look into the specific job roles, like fresh graduates, single mothers. So clicking on this will show them the different employment schemes, government employees, government backed employment schemes. And number five USP is that the mentee can also learn from video channels, podcasts, and so video channels are there, podcasts are there, and then he or she can also learn in-person assistance skills with the help of the VR channels that we have on the platform. If you'll ask me about the real world impact, so it has an abundant impact, as there is a lack of intelligent system which can help the person find jobs, matching the skills quickly. There is also limited communication with the mentors, as physical engagements have become very unpopular during the pandemic. virtual meetings have become the new normal. Uh, Although there are platforms like LinkedIn where mentees can seek guidance, but they can't reach people beyond their network, right? This is the shortcoming. And often mentees get ignored many times, but this won't happen on our platform. We have proper arrangements for that. We are integrating, we will be integrating companies as CSR, that is corporate social responsibility initiatives. Uh, and also, there is a lack of platforms which re-educates people with articles, videos, podcasts, and VR. And our platform is a one solution for each and everything. So that is my idea. Thank
Oh,
you. Thank you.
great. Thank you. Anyone has a question to Bipul here? Okay, I'm just going to check if online came any. Okay. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Let's switch to the next team, which was actually chosen by EPAM to be the challenge winner of their challenge. So welcome the Bridge team here on the stage. And just a short reminder that you have 4 minutes and we will play a slide gong sound 30 seconds before your time is over, okay? So listen to the gong and good luck.
Hello, we are the Bridge team and we are proposing our solution for the problem of pre-retirement age unemployed experts. Try to look from the perspective of a senior expert. You will reach your retirement age in a couple of years. By the time you have been working in your industry for 25 years and collected huge experience, at some point you realize that very soon you will finish your career, which means you will not use your knowledge anymore. And even though gaining that knowledge costs you a huge time and effort, people around you either don't seem to care about that or cannot get involved in anything related to your field of expertise. On the other hand, some young people are making their first steps in career and cannot determine what to rely on while proceeding in building their career. They would love to receive advice from those who have rich life experiences, and we can help you find them. Our platform solves the unemployment issue for both sides. For seniors by directly providing them with paid labor, for juniors indirectly by increasing their knowledge and awareness. On the platform, those looking for a consultancy can sign up and create a profile. Then from the available consultants, they can choose a person, book a session, chat and negotiate the price. They can also request sessions according to their needs. Unemployed workers can sign up and submit an application form for a consultant position, together with the required attached documents. If qualified, we will provide guidance regarding our application use. Except for providing their service, counselors are also able to select the requested sessions from the clients, and of course the customer service will always be available for everyone. Because the idea of uniting the older and the younger generation has proved itself throughout the history of humanity being the main driving force of knowledge conservation and transitivity, our team found a way to implement this idea in a modern way.
Thank
Hello?
you, guys.
Yeah, can you hear
Please
me?
come here because those who are following us online won't see you. So you too, come here.
Okay. So, yeah, sorry. Okay, so good afternoon. My name is Manuela. With me, I have Adnan, and we are from the Bridge company. So we have a problem, unemployment. Everybody knows it, and we aim to find a solution for it. And we have a very specific target market that are all the worker people that are still not retired, so the early 50s or 60s years, and they are still willing to work. They need income, and sometimes the companies don't want them anymore because they have so much experience, but they are also so much expensive. So maybe it's just easy to pay less for somebody that has a little experience but can do a just as great job. And also with pandemic and all these things of remote work and technology, some of them really have problems with that, and companies don't want to offer support for that. So it's just easier to fire them. So all of this increase the unemployment of old people, and our challenge was to find a solution for that, and our solution was, I'm sorry, Where's the presentation? No, that's okay. I'll just keep it without it. Okay. So, sorry. So our solution was to create a platform where we can connect old people to young people. And through this platform, we're going to offer the old people the opportunity to be consultants in the expertise area. So they have so much experience, and they still can sell this experience through our platform. In this platform, we're gonna put them in touch with like young people or anyone that wants consultant for something. So do you have a work to do or something, a task, and you can solve it, and you need somebody's help, and you can just search in a list for these people where you can see their profiles, what the expertise is, what their skills, where the qualities are, and then you select one and just you can negotiate a price for the session and have the session, and it's gonna be a much lower price than commonly consultant sessions. And also for, sorry, you can. Yeah.
All right, adding on to what Manuela said, the consultancy sessions, just to recap, it will be where you book a session, you fix a price, and all of this will be confirmed and checked by the website. Now, what's the next step? We will also provide, to ensure that this is friendly for all the elder citizens, we will also provide a easy access for the meeting to take place of a video or audio call meeting, depending on whatever you guys have agreed upon. And then, what do? After we do it, after the meeting is concluded, we'll give you guys an option to review, because that is the most important thing. We want to know, we need reviews to make sure that the next person who comes in, or if the candidate of the consultant has good reviews, then it will be more likely to go to them. Now, why us? Why not another company? There are so many. I'm pretty sure all of you have questions that I'm pretty sure this one does something like that, or that one does something like this. Now, why us? Let me tell you that much. First of all, our target audience is specific, and also our user platform is also designed friendly for the target audience, which isn't always the case for many other platforms. And we focus on freelance consultancy, which makes it significantly cheaper than actual consultancy agencies, which, for example, let's take a student who is a bit lost in his life, in his direction. He wants to talk to a professional engineer, for example, to know what guidance. Maybe it's not for him, maybe it is. Now, a consultancy agency in those things can be expensive and a bit chaotic, but a freelance consultant who's a past engineer, he can give so much more advice, and he can give so much more experience and a fresh perspective, which we all can value as well.
Yep, I guess it. Thank you very much.
Thank you a lot. Do you have any questions to the Bridge team?
Anything at all, feel free.
Okay. If you get some money, how would you start to create it, to make it?
Okay, so the first step, obviously, how do we get this company running? Now, we can't just before we start off a platform, we need a base of consultants, where we will go out, the initial step will be we'll go out and recruit consultants, recruit elder citizens, and try to get them to recruit ourselves as consultants. Where do we go there? How do we do that? Unemployment offices, post offices. If we go there personally, open up a booth in those offices, and places where the elder citizens are more common, we go there, we try to recruit from them, and from there we direct them to our website. And we hold. Now, one more thing that I wanted to mention is, in a new startup, quality is extremely important. So how do we ensure quality? How do you make sure that you get what you paid for? In that situation, the application does include, as the video also mentioned, the application does include a CV, a personal statement, and we will be verifying all that. Along with, in the beginning stages of the company, just to ensure that the soft skills like tolerance, patience, and the way to explain, and language, and all those are also accurate, we will be holding interviews in the beginning stages of it as well.
Okay. financially speaking, we may have like a physical environment to receive these old consultants that maybe no, they probably have problem with technologies. So we can offer this help for them physically, and we know that for that we may need some money. So a solution for that would be have partnerships with incubators and accelerators that could help us in the very first beginning financially.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you. You were doing great.
Just one conclusion statement can I give?
What if you just put it in the Slack and we can...
Okay, fine.
You can share more ideas there with us. Thank you. Okay. So, let's go with the third team, who was chosen by the community as the Variant Challenge winner. And it is not other than the Weekend team. So, where we have the Weekend team? Ah, great. Come on, guys. But don't forget that we will put your YouTube video first, and then you will start the pitch. But come here then.
I introduce Weekend. Together we can fight cancer. Weekend is a single-page web application that builds a bridge between recovering patients and a group of medical experts during the follow-up phase of cancer treatment. We help the patients in getting attention easier, being informed, and feeling supported. Our aim is the data collection for healthcare professionals with a regular monitoring system and a semi-automated feedback system to provide better cancer care for everyone. For every patient, questionnaires are assigned on different topics regularly to monitor their physical and mental state. In the form, they have to provide information on their symptoms, side effects, emotions, and they can be asked to measure their weight, blood pressure, and so on. The data will be sent to the care team, which they can respond right away by offering an appointment, prescribing medicines, or recommending articles for the patients to read. Tracking health status is made simple, and at the same time, data is provided to help decision-making. The members of the care team can access all the data provided from the patients, which can ease detecting anomalies or trends, and which can help further improve follow-up therapies. We believe with this tool we can make a real impact.
Hello. Hi everyone. Sorry for the delay. So as you can see, now I'm going to present our app Weekend. And so at the first look, as we can see, it's a login page. And now I'm going to use my. Let's start with the patient user account first. I will type in the passwords here. See some data transferring and all that. And now we are at the main page. So at the main page of the patient, I want to have present the most common use tasks and important assignment for the patient, like answering the questionnaire or having like appointment, so they can see the appointment and do some further tasks with it. Let's have a look at assignment. So our idea is that we want the doctor to having a follow-up sort of check every time, maybe every day after the appointment, so the doctor can know the mental health and also the physical health of the patient. So this is like example of a mental health and the questionnaire. So when the patient click on start, as you can see here, we divide it in the way that all the medical kind of question going together and all the psychological question going into each other. And we have like multiple variant of the question type. As you can see here is a normal yes or no, or you can like having multiple options so you can choose from. And you can click on it and then hit submit, like that. And then you hit on next. You will go to another type of type of questionnaire, which in this case are the psychological one. And in here you will have like those options which is abstract, like tell how do you feel about yourself, how can you actually evaluate that. So just give it a 5 because I'm happy. And also the same variance and all that stuff. And after you finish with that, you hit submit, and this thing will be sent straight to the doctor, and doctor will get this questionnaire. Could be daily, could be once every week, and depend on the doctor. Doctor can decide when they want to have this, submit, do some data, and then doctor will receive it, and hopefully they know what to do. And let's go back to the main page. And that's for the assignment. In this part, we also want to have like a reminder, which tell the patient when should they take the medicine, or do some certain type of like doing yoga or talk with your friends. Could be anything. In the appointment, in here we display the appointment blocks that the most recent one will be on the top, and the less recent one will be on the bottom. And in here you will have the option to have a chat with the doctor who assigned this appointment to, and you can who assign this for to, and then you can have a talk about like you can have a talk to move the appointment a little bit further because you have some problem, or you want to reduce the therapy fees, who knows? And then you have like this gear to actually modify the appointment. And or you can just grab it by simply click on the delete button. And then you have like request a new appointment, and you see all the previous appointment and all that stuff. And the next feature I would like to mention on the home page is the follow-up care. The follow-up care could be in like any cases, and there could be like an article, or it could be like about the disease, or it could be a medication that the side effect of the medication at the chemo. So we believe that if we educate the patient enough, they would know about their disease, and they don't have to be afraid about the side effect at all. And I think that's really important. Okay. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, guys. Actually, I have a question. How could it switch the regular controls from the doctors, this app?
Hello. Yes. So I'm showing right now. Sorry to do this a little bit clunky way. So when you log in, you will just input the your account. Whether if you are the patient, as we can see, it will go to the patient page. But if you are the doctor, then you will be directed to the doctor page, like this. Let me put it the whole screen, like that. So this is the interface of the doctor. Same functionality, like important thing and all that stuff. I just want to have like 1 minute to talk about this feature, which I'm really proud of. In this thing, we creative, and we think of how can we make the data management for the doctor would be easier. Like the task we just mentioned, that the patient will submit the questionnaire, And based on that, the doctor will know what to do with that. But with a lot of patient and a lot of data like that, it would be hard to visualize it. So we create this chart. Like on a week, you can see green means that the response was very positive, I feel good, and all that stuff. But if something went wrong, like I break my hand or something like that, it will be red, as we can see here. And then when we click on that, we will see the whole questionnaire, and there will be suggestion for the doctor that call the ambulance or like do a follow-up care and all such thing like that. So I think we create this way to have the doctor.
Okay, thank you, thank you. You are doing great. Congrats. But your time is over now, so I think that we should just switch to the next team.
Okay.
And let's see if you will win the grand prize with this brilliant idea. So thank you, guys. As I know that the Varian jury had a tough choice to find out who will be the winner. So let's see who they chose to be the actual challenge winner of their challenge, which is not other than the Health Tracer team. So I would like to ask them to the stage. We will play their YouTube video, and then after that, we will listen to their pitch. Do we have the Health Tracer team here? There. Okay, thanks.
De már megint nem poénból versenyzünk team, which means once again we are not here for fun. And we have chosen the Varian challenge. Our primary goal was to create an application that facilitates the relationship between the medical sphere and the patient's needs. Health Tracer has many features for users, and now we would like to introduce some of these.
In the application, doctors and patients can log into a different site. Patients, by clicking on their profile, can track their condition during and after the treatment in different areas, for example, physical activities or sleep conditions. The progress can be seen in diagrams after completing preliminary questionnaires. During the creation of the app, we were paying attention to keep the patient's mood and motivation up with different bone elements.
Patients may also read about the side effects of the treatment they might have experienced during the therapy. We provide a number of tips to help overcome their difficulties. Furthermore, they can easily reach different cancer-related literature and have the opinion to reach other validated sources recommended by their doctor as well.
For the doctors, we wanted to provide an interface to make it easier to follow the development in the patient's conditions. Doctors can make questionnaires that can be sent to their patients directly according to their needs. A great advantage of the questionnaire is that patients who are more difficult to clear traits and have more effect on their quality of life are going to become more salient to the doctors. Doctors can send messages to the patients here and can also prepare personalized treatment plans according to their needs.
We want to provide for both patients and doctors a clean and simple interface suitable for all generations, as they all can be affected.
You have 4 minutes.
Hello, I'm Bendeguz, and in a hypothetical situation, I will be a patient diagnosed with cancer.
Hi everyone, it's really good to be here. And I'm János, doctor of Bendeguz, who is fortunately part of the Health Tracer group, a caretaker community. And when I noticed that Bendeguz is actually diagnosed with cancer, I advised him to join this group. I actually registered him on the page because it's that easy. Now it's in the administration part. And we can have our first personal meeting. And on our first personal meeting, we filled on the treatment plan. We filled in this, nailed down the first few personal visits, meetings, all the information that we should align to. And those meetings magically just appeared in my calendar. So now I have an easy way to schedule a lot of meetings with a lot of patients at the same time.
So after the first few meetings, I don't have very much information about what will happen with me and the side effects of the treatment. So I can find relevant information about it in the symptoms page.
Relevant, but not relevant enough. That's why we have articles. After a few days, I sent Bendaguz articles, which are basically personalized knowledge bits that we, the doctors at the health tracer community, gathered with a lot of effort and then organized into articles. And we can personally show and advise and send these articles to patients, and this way they will be able to find the really relevant information that's very important for their exact cases.
So I receive an article from my doctor, and I find it very interesting, and I would like to know more about the situation. So I can find publications on the page, which is connected to Google Scholar.
After a few more days passed, I composed my first, very first template of surveys. These templates can be set, so I set them to be a weekly basis of my information source on Bendaguz's status. I put in questions. These questions are connected to 5 very important categories that are influenced by cancer in Bendaguz's life. And these categories will later then form a timeline where I can see the stats, how they change.
So I get a survey from my doctor, and I fill it according to my current situation and feelings. I can look the results of these surveys on the dashboard page, and I can watch the progress of my treatment in badges.
Beautiful graphs you see there and feel the data. But even better, a better feature. After a few weeks passed, I started to see some degradation in the statistics of Bendaguz. For example, I could notice that his sexual life is just about to fall. And then I have an option to send him a message. I sent him an email where I was able to ask for a personal follow-up meeting and talk about his very private problems.
So I cannot connect the doctor directly on this page, because in a situation where I have to call the doctor immediately, it is better to do it in phone or in person.
And that's probably the most important part of this, because no one can save your life online. I believe this story is a great representation of a real-life use case, have a really organized and centralized site with a lot of follow-up information and timeline tracing. The connection between the given treats and received symptoms can help to trace and help the recovery of patients around the world. So thank you very much for your attention, and if you are ready with those questions, then this is the time to hit us.
Thank you, guys. What a happy pitch about a hard topic like this, but you were doing great. Does anyone have any question? Zsófi? Oh, no. Okay. Thank you, guys. Good luck for the grand prize. Yeah. Okay, we will switch to the next team, so you can take back your seats. So now we heard two pitches about the variant challenge and 2 about the EPAM. So let's move to the other 2 challenges, and we will continue with the WISE challenge and the winner of the community voting, which is not other than the Smart Exchange team. I think they are coming, but first of all, we will play your YouTube video. Okay, so you can come here, but we will play that.
Hi, it's Mark here, and we are the Schuders team from Szeged. We chose the WISE challenge this year. They asked for a solution, find the easiest, fastest, and also the cheapest path in the international currency exchange jungle. In our solution, our target audience can be anybody who is planning to go to a new country or who needs a recurring fixed currency exchange, like paying rent or salary in a local currency. All of you who have ever made a money exchange felt struggle when you saw the conversion rate between the 2 currencies go a few points lower after your checkout. We know WISE is trustworthy and one of the cheapest on the market right now. But what if we have a cheaper option? We called it Smart Exchange. Let's see how it works. We open this WISE application from the future, and as you can see, everything is the same except this green button. Let's click on it. we can see a general fancy landing page to engage our new customers to interact with this amazing feature. We can see some of the main KPIs which we think make the biggest impact in the decision process at our customers. This is the main setup page. The whole project came from the broker strategies. These can watch and predict the price change with pretty good accuracy at the stock market. Why don't we use them on currency rate data? Here you can set up one-time or recurring transaction. These have the same functionality, we just added a scheduler behind the recurring one. There is an advanced option too, where you can select other strategies, but with higher risk to not reach the expected minimum value and miss the real opportunity of an optimal exchange. If you are confident enough that the currency will go under a limit until the due date, you can set a strict rate or trust in our advanced strategy and set up an automatic limit. During the project, we try to keep in mind the customers' benefits and how we can prove our expertise in the market. With all of this, build an even closer relationship with them. Thank you for your attention.
The stage is yours. You have 4 minutes. You want to put your presentation?
It will be shared.
Oh,
by
okay.
them.
Okay.
Yeah, it started. When does the clock starts? Yeah, okay. So, hi everybody. We are the Smart Exchange team from Szeged. As we are not TransferWise, right now just Wise users for a long time, we have a pretty good experience with the company, and we already had a lot of currency exchange during our life, and we all had that experience that, okay, I changed a lot of money today, but next day I will check the currency rates and I could get more money because the changes just fall down in that one day. We wanted to get a solution for this and support foreign users to be able to automate it. So we think we found a cheaper solution than the already cheap Wise solution in the global market. And let's start it with a concrete example where we can create this cheaper option than Wise already now. So in this example, we are university users from Hungary, and we go to Germany, and we have to pay rent on the 10th of each month, the 10th day of each month, and we get money on the 1st from our family to be able to support our life in a foreign country. So we have 10 days to figure out when we want to exchange our money to get more beer in our pocket because of the exchange rates. As you can see, we can set the target amount, the 1,000 euros for our rent. And we can see, not really well, but we can see this is 300,000 forints, and the historical exchange rates there. We try to, as we mentioned, we try to get the best time to exchange it in the next 10 days. So we created this yellow dotted line where we try to extrapolate the actual exchange rates and find the actual minimum when we have to exchange our money. We can select from 3 algorithms what we have selected for this project. The first one is a moving median algorithm. All of these algorithms came from the stock market, which are already tested in high volume globally, and all the exchange programs using these algorithms globally. The second one is simple linear regression, where we can extrapolate with higher frequency and higher risk, but we might get a better final value for the exchange rate. And the last one is the most risky one. This is polynomial extrapolation where we have pretty big expectations, but if we reach them, we have a lot of beers at the end of the month. Let's place this order. When we click on this button, we will create a job, what will be running every minute when the WISE API updates the exchange rates. And here you can see this is what happened after the job executed when it was the best time. You can test it on a live Google Cloud server right now. This is the junction-shooters.who, and I think this is the end of our time. Can I have one extra here? So why is it good for TransferWise and why is it good for the customers? This is good for TransferWise because they do not lose any money because the TransferWise fee is fixed. But this way, they give us good experience, better customer support, and the customer at the end of the month have more money in their pockets. So, thank you.
How difficult would it be to integrate it into the WISE product?
Right now, all the data what you can see and all the transactions are already integrated with the WISE API, what they gave us in the challenge. So
nice.
Basically, we just have to change the URLs from the sandbox to the live DB, and it could work.
I see. Is there any other question? Okay, then thank you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Now the next team is the winner of the WISE Challenge, which is the Team Discover team, who says that spend money wisely. But let's see the video of them before they come to the stage.
When going to a new country as an international or as a tourist, most of us are like him. We are not familiar with the local currency, we do not know what the standard prices are, and this can lead to some serious overspending. We are Team Discover, and we are here to help you spend wisely when traveling. We have developed a fully working application that gives users valuable information about the product using augmented reality so that they can make a better decision when shopping. So let's see how it is in action. With the tap of a button, I can start scanning the items on the shelves, and we can see an instant detailed overview of the prices. I can see an exchange price in my home currency so that it is already easier to do budget calculations. Using a large data set of similar products, we can also see a comparison telling us whether this item is cheap or expensive in the respective country. I can start scanning more items as well, and there is even an option of adding this into the basket if I want to buy it within the app. So let's do that. And let's also do 2 more boxes of Sneak Energy. When we are done with shopping, we can proceed to checkout to buy the items in our cart. There will be a WISE-generated QR code that enables a frictionless and fast payment method without the need to queue or wait for anyone else to finish. And after payment, we can also see the amount that we have saved up using the exchange rates of WISE compared to traditional banks. So we can rest assured that we've received the best service abroad as well. We are Team Discover, and we are here to help you spend wisely when traveling. Hi everyone. When I moved to Sweden 2 years ago, on my second day there, I went and bought a beer for 130 Swedish crowns. Well, okay. 2 days later, I went out with my friends again, and I bought a similar beer just for 70 crowns now. Well, almost half the price. Okay. But do you know how much money that is? 70 crowns or 130 crowns? Well, from that money, we could get 12 beers here in Hungary. So what is the takeaway of this message? Well, firstly, if you like alcohol or beer, let's agree that you do not go to Sweden. Secondly, and more importantly, whenever we go to a new country, and believe me, I have experience. I have lived in 5 countries in the last 4 years now. We do not know, we are not familiar with the local currency, we are not familiar with the standard prices, and it can make us confused when doing purchase decisions, and we can feel quite overwhelmed at times. So, we are Team Discover, and we help you to spend wisely when traveling. We have developed a fully working application that gives valuable information on the products through augmented reality in, for example, a supermarket or retail stores. And this way, the customers can make a more educated purchase and their decision. So let's see how it works, because what you saw in the video was not a camera trick, actually. And Marcy will help me with the live demo now. So what we see now, if we enter a supermarket, we can scan the items on the shelves, and we identify them using image recognition. Marcy is really nervous because his hand is shaking like crazy. Maybe Christoph can help him out. And after we have scanned the item, for example, now we have used the logos to identify them with the image recognition. We get a detailed overview of the prices and also other beneficial information. So for example, the blue box that you see there is an exchanged price in our home currency. So this time it's in forints. And so we can instantly see what the price would be in our in our currency that we are familiar with, and we can instantly make budget decisions easier. We can also see comparisons. So for example, it's not enough that we know that this price would be expensive compared to Hungarian prices, but we need to know whether this is expensive in Sweden. So we get a comparison whether this price is cheaper or more expensive than the Swedish average price. We can also check out other products. And for example, we can see customer reviews as well. For example, if we would go to Japan, we don't even understand the language there, the text on the boxes. So we can also, we can also see more information this way and learn more about the product. But, you cannot see this now, but there is another option in the app as well, mainly that you can add these items to the basket. Because basically, you can choose to buy these items within the app, so it becomes a more frictionless and faster purchase process. And okay, let's try that. So we can see our cart now, and if we proceed to checkout, then within the Wise app, there will be a generated QR code, which lets us easily scan the code at an automatic cashier box, so we do not need to queue any lines or wait for any cashier, and it's basically just that as at Amazon Go, you pick up the items, you pay, and you leave. So if you are interested, you can come find us and try the app for yourself as well. And with that, I hope we can all have a beer at later some point to celebrate this hard work that we did during the weekend. Thanks.
So that is the beer you brought to us.
Help yourself.
Great, thanks. Is there any question? Yeah.
Shoot.
You mentioned some image recognition. How do you recognize the product itself? How will you get all the logos, all the images on the market? How will you recognize them? How will you know which is related to the other to compare prices?
So I guess you do not mean in this app, but generally the idea, how the idea would work, right? Okay. So basically, we could scrape all the websites that these stores have. So most of them already have an online list of the items that they have, and it's quite easy to just get the photos from there and extract the logos. But if we also integrate, for example, into stores, and we can have access to their inventory as well, then we can also see already, not from the photos, but from the descriptions, what items they have, and most probably they will have some kind of picture of it as well. So it's not impossible.
I could see some edge cases, but I get the idea, so
Thank you.
Sorry, what kind of model do you use for your...
What
kind of model you use?
They won't hear you, yeah. What kind of model we used, right? We did this in React Native, and we used an AR framework called Vero, and so we developed this from scratch, so we did not feed anything into this. Marcy was the one coding it, so we are happy to show you in real life if you come to us.
Any other question? No. Thank you, guys.
If you would like a beer, then you are also welcome to come to us.
Okay. Then let's see the last challenge solutions, which is the Vodafone challenge. And the solution that won the community's heart is the Vodafone app solution. So we will play the YouTube video and then they can come to the stage. Where are you anyway? Just to see. Okay, okay then.
Hello, good morning. We are Team Codeless, and today we are taking over the Vodafone Challenge. What is this Vodafone Challenge about? I mean, we are trying to overcome some of these problems that this platform is facing. What are these problems actually? We actually wanting to have more users to engage into this platform. The current users to log in more. Not only that, we actually want new users to join this network subscriber. We also want to minimize the traffic at the service centers. So keeping these three ideas in our mind, we have come up with a Figma prototype as well as an Android application.
Generally, we have implemented 5 new solutions to achieve our goals: Vodapad, data transfer, data conversion, complaint form, and friend referral. The first one is complaints form. Now you don't need to go to the Vodafone center or call anyone if you have a question or complaint. Just fill the form, 1 minute, and done. Friend referral. If your friends want Vodafone account, then you can help them and send invitations, and all will get free bonuses. Next feature is data transfer. Anytime when another person lacks some mobile data, you can transfer them up to 500 megabytes per day. With data conversion feature, now you can use your current resources and exchange them to any other type of data. Now you can convert mobile data, SMS calls, bonuses that you don't use to the necessary ones. Vodapad. We are introducing you to a mini game where you take care of your own mobile pet and get free bonuses every day. Make sure not to make them sad by feeding, cleaning, and hugging them.
These were our unique solutions to the requirements that fulfill both our customers and service providers' needs.
Hello, hello, can you hear me? Okay, sweet. Just want to clarify, I had too many Red Bulls in the morning, so I was too excited to record this video. Secondly, I don't know karate, so these are my regular hand movements. We were too excited that we even named our team Vodafone app. Yeah, okay. You can see the screen. Okay. Can you have the next slide? Okay. Okay. So, what was the ambition behind this challenge that we actually took over? So basically, we want to overcome a modern day issue. When I came here like 3 years ago to Hungary, I was like looking for a network subscriber that I can subscribe to and get a network connection that I could actually run it for a long run. So I shouldn't waste money. I mean, I'm a student, so it's matters a lot to a lot of you. I mean, money is important. So I wanted to come across a best network that provides best experience in terms of UI, UX, that gives you good data, that gives you good packages, that gives you good data plans, that gives you good SMSs. So it should be the best on top of the charts. And it's always the questions you should ask yourself, which subscriber you're subscribed to right now. So with this challenge, we actually found out there are 4 things that we actually look into. One of those things was we want these customers, subscribers, to be more active on the platform because there is a dire need for them. They are usually not active. They just get a network at the service center and just never use the app anymore. Secondly, we want non-Vodafone users to jump on this network and use this platform. Thirdly, we wanted to minimize the traffic at the service centers. We want to make this whole process to be digital, apart from taking your SIM cards. And also, our goal behind was to actually provide a better user experience, as you all know. Okay, so some of the features we actually tried to implement in this scenario were in the prototype that you can see on our screen, Figma. We're actually very genuine and out of the box. We did some slide survey among the people that what features or what things that are in really a dire need to our audience. And one of the features actually came across is send data. So sometimes you have a colleague, you have a friend, you want to send the data to them. You want to lend a data to them. Maybe you can just give them 200 MBs. They don't have any data. Maybe they're traveling and they need a quick data access. And you can just send them directly onto their number. Third thing we wanted to, and it's very common, even Tinder has a friend referral. Not family, but friends. So we wanted to make a family and friends referral so everybody can jump onto the application and quickly install it. Thirdly, Andrew can explain data conversions.
So the first the first implementation is the data conversion. So sometimes, especially in our age, we don't need SMS, we don't need calls, and we have excess of them. So to make them useful, we invented data conversion. So we can convert any kind of data, like mobile calls, SMS, all of that, or even bonuses that you have, to the another one. And then we convert, and we have what we need.
Okay, and fourthly, we want to actually digitalize the complaint form. You don't have to go to the service centers, file your complaint. Now you can do it digitally online, choosing your options. It's right in your applications right now. And moving forward, okay.
And the unique feature that we have is a mini game called Vodapad. So every day you go to the Vodafone pad and you press all these buttons just to make it happy and get free bonuses. So every day you get free bonuses and you can exchange them to anything that you need, and it's beneficial for us and for the service provider. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. It's now a game from now on. Thank you. Cheers. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Does anyone has any question? Here.
It's a good question, definitely. I will be using in future.
Yeah. If we implement all these modifications, then I would definitely use it.
If you guys make us win, then definitely. Why not?
Is anyone here who has a Vodafone number and would use this application? Oh. Ah, great, thanks. Thank you, guys. Thanks. And last but not least, we have one more team, also from the Vodafone Challenge, who the company chose to be the challenge winner, and this is the Vodafone Treasure Hunt team. So let's see their YouTube video, and then you can come to the stage and pitch your idea.
Hi, our solution for Vodafone's challenge will be a fun little game. Actually, many little games. On top of having fun, you could earn Voda points, which could be spent on real-life valuables, like data plans or prepaid minutes. This feature will seamlessly integrate into Vodafone's existing application. Do you enjoy outside activities? Check out our treasure hunt challenge, where you should venture to personally assigned interesting destinations like statues or memorials. Scan the QR code placed nearby and rejoice over your well-earned points. You can cash big on our time-limited rush challenge, where everybody should go to the same location and receive points based on how early you arrived. By the way, it's a perfect opportunity to organize Vodafone community or marketing events. Other audiences are targeted with our daily challenges. Answer simple quiz questions about recent promotions and new offers of Vodafone, or complete tutorials on newly introduced features to the app. The tutorials could be a cool opportunity to educate those users that aren't orientated around their mobile devices on how to pay for their bills online. Therefore, the workload on the employees at the customer centers will be drastically reduced. Carry on your streak of daily logins and earn more points as you progress. While maintaining your streak, you may have a look at our news section as well. Always be among the first to find out about our most recent promotions. We have many other ideas left unimplemented, be it monthly and weekly leaderboards with exclusive rewards or first come first serve limited edition merchandise. There are many possible options. As for our implementation, we created a web-based applications using mainly Node.js and Vue.js. For the details, please check out our GitHub repository.
Hi. So, hi, we are the Vodafone Treasure Hunt team, and yeah, it's been a long day, and I imagine you are all tired. So I am, so I try to keep it short. Our main goal was to align the users' interests and the company's interests in this application. The users would get a fun adventure, wandering around and visiting interesting places, and meanwhile receiving Voda points, which could be redeemed for real-life valuables like data, prepaid minutes, or something like that. While the company would get exposure for their application, which was our main target. We have been reassured by the professionals that having points as a marketing strategy is a really positive way to do things, because it can be really well controlled. Yeah, we have, it has been said before, we have many ideas unimplemented because of the time constraints, like the tutorial challenge of ours, which would be a really good way to introduce new features in the application in a, let's say, playful way, or having QR codes around, like in products like water bottles or chocolate wrappers, which could be also redeemed for codes. Yeah, so if you are interested in our applications, please check out it's out live, or please ask any questions. Thank you. Oh, and one short note, I'd like to thank you, Zsófia, for providing us with our most esteemed team member, the artifact of Vodafone. Thank you.
Is there anyone who wants to ask something from this team? Oh, you again.
How do you guys plan to engage the older and working generation in the treasure hunt game? As most people either working or they're old and not able to go to places to gain Voda points, for example.
Hi. So yeah, it's a good question. Thank you. We have other challenges planned for, let's say, indoor use. The daily challenge where you can earn points by answering questions based on the contents of the application store, or as mentioned, the tutorial challenge, which would be ways to introduce new features or we have a daily streak, which way you can earn points as well.
Okay.
So that would be our solution for that.
And have you taken into consideration the safety issues with the rush feature? As I don't know if you've seen, but it reminds me kind of the Pokemon Go.
Yeah,
And
we had exactly Pokemon
several
Go in mind. So
have ended up dead trying to catch some Pokemon, ending up in the middle of the road.
No, our idea was that it should be organized by professionals from Vodafone, so it would be a venue there or security personnel, and it would be more like an event where you go there and receive points and maybe some merchandise.
Okay, sounds good. Amazing work.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you guys. Thank you. So now that all of the teams presented their ideas, I think that we can move on to the voting process. So from now, you will have, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes to vote for your favorite. For teams, please visit the Junction app. You will find the final voting part on the left side in the app, in the dashboard. And you will see the 8 teams' name, and you will have to choose one from them. And for the partners, we will send you out a short type form with the same team's names, and you will also have to do this process. And if you want to vote for the audience award, then you just have to visit our Facebook event. You can, I don't know, you can get it from the Slack announcements channel, I think, and you will see all of the projects that have been submitted. So not only these 8 teams, but all of the projects, and you can vote for your favorite. So yeah, that will be the process, and then we will come back at 5 p.m. With the closing ceremony and with the results. So stay tuned, stay here, and let's see who will take home the €3,000 prize from Google. Thank you.